What up?
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Don't you know me so far? Howdy, guys.
How do Mary? She said I left too early. It was 50 degrees there today. Oh, now it's 50 degrees there, right? When I was there,
it always works that way, Mary. It always works that way.
Jeez.
Let's go, Ozzy. Ozzy G.
He's in the house. What's up, Ozzy? Sochi. So, welcome everybody. I've been off for yesterday was a travel day, so I didn't make it in yesterday. I apologize. I was gonna send out a post, and it was just too hectic of a day, so I apologize for that.
Oh, come on, blame it on me.
Blame it on Bam.
Hey, he actually texted me and go, show tonight? Well, my dead ass was sleeping at like 9 o'clock.
See, if you would have answered me, I might have struggled to do a show. I was just very tired after a long day of travel, and I was like, I think not. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melia. Mella.
No,
Melly.
This one's Melissa.
You missed one.
No, I put her up there. You missed it.
You didn't say hello to her.
I did, actually.
Hello, Melissa.
Say hola to everyone. Anyway. How you doing? How was your weekend, Bam?
It was okay.
It's not a trick question. You know, if it was good or it was bad.
No, it was okay.
Hey, Paul.
What's going on there, Paul?
Come on, man. 9 p.m. bedtime, man. Up. Yeah.
Sometimes us old farts, you know, we just, our little engine just runs out of gas and says, that's it, we're done.
Yesterday was one of them days.
What's going on, Nadia?
Hey, Nadia. Bam, man. Home sweet home. Yes. I know you meant sweet, not sweer. Sweer is a word? Sweet. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it is a word.
Hey.
Hey. Hey. It's Fat Albert and the gang. Ha, ha, ha.
Hey. It's Fat Albert. Remember that?
I remember that show. God, that used to be my favorite cartoon.
Dude, nasty flashbacks. Just from that one song. Vicious flashbacks.
If that was still alive for the cancel culture. You know, my favorite character on that cartoon, I don't know his name, but he always had that orange skull cap with two eyes cut out and it come down up over his eyes.
When it came down all the way down and just cut up for his eyes.
That was my favorite character.
Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know the names except for Albert. Marissa.
Well, the show was all about him. Hey, Marissa.
Marissa's in the house. Hi there.
Irma.
I don't know what the name of that character was.
I don't either.
Damn it. Now I got to look it up, see?
Sochi, I'll tell you what the weather's like up over here. It was 45 degrees today, and we had some of them damn kids running around in their basketball shorts and tank tops on, and that's it. You know, they do that around here. But, you know, them 13, 14-year-old kids that do that when they're my age, they're going to wish that their skin had the moisture at when they're 50 that they had when they're 13.
Yeah. This is so very true. There you go.
What's that?
Dumb Donald.
Oh, Dumb Donald. That's what his name was?
That's what his name was.
Oh
Dumb,
my God.
dumb Donald Parker is a member of the Junkyard Gang. That's what they were. In the Junkyard Band, he plays a trombone that he made from plumber's pipe and a Morning Glory horn from the discarded gramophone record player.
Who in
Dumb
cancel
Donald.
culture could have fun with that cartoon?
I know, right? Why do you gotta call him dumb for? It's weird. Then again, it was just a thing. We didn't take it as seriously as they do things now. Weather, yeah, you're a little like you're almost springish up there right now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Felt hot today in Brownsville. Yeah, it was not a bad day today. It was very beautiful, sunny and everything. Thank you. Can't even imagine a week ago it was a complete opposite.
Yeah, it was like 10 degrees and snowing, and your grass was frozen. Or let's see, you don't have grass down there. You have nothing but crabgrass down there. So your crabgrass was frozen.
Yeah.
People was melting snow on their outdoor grills just so they have water to drink.
What's happening? Remember that show?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The guy with the suspenders, the chubby guy dancer, what was his name? I want to say Leon, but I can't remember. I don't know if that's right.
God, I can't remember. It's been so damn long.
What was his Rerun was his name. Rerun. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I'm only going to play a quick snippet of this because I don't want Facebook to cancel us or mute the show. If you guys don't remember Rerun, there was a show called What's Happening.
I remember that.
He's got the beret on. Just for a minute. Enjoy.
You too.
That used to be a good show too.
Yeah.
He used to have like a little brother or little sister follow him around constantly. Like their head was up his ass constantly.
Yeah, remember what's the other one with the tall, skinny black dude, funny guy?
Oh, Dynamite!
Yeah, Dynamite. What was the name of that show?
No, not 227 because I was Jackie.
Way before 227.
Good Times.
Good Times. You guys remember Good Times? That's where Janet Jackson made her debut. A little young, sweet Janet Jackson. What was the name of the other show? What's Happening? Yes. Okay, yep, we got that one. That's the clip I had in mind. I'm so happy you showed it. Yeah, that was, I saw the list of clips and bam, there was that one. No pun intended, bam. Yeah.
What?
Good Times. Oh, such a good show, too. Yeah.
It really was. Wasn't that the show that had like all kind of like Van Gogh, like artwork and everything up at the beginning of it?
Oh yes, it had a somebody painted the artwork for that, and it was just I do remember that. Oh man, I got to look that up too. See,
yeah, it looked like a lot of what Van Gogh would actually paint. Very abstract.
So we got a few things while I look that up. We're going to discuss today, just some topics. Oops.
Yeah, well, he's looking that up. I guess I could review a movie I watched last night. It is called I Care a Lot. It's on Netflix.
I Care a Lot. Anybody else see that?
I Care a Lot. It is.
Which is playing on Netflix, by the way. You can catch it on Netflix.
Yeah. It was a good movie. Very kind of eye-opening because, this movie could actually happen in real life. It was about this woman. She had a doctor friend that would just, I don't know how she'd pick out her marks, so to speak. And she would just pick like little old men, little old ladies. And she would get control of them and their money, what per se, so she would be their guardian.
Hey, Flo.
And it's a guardian, and she would put them in an old folks home, and then she would clean them out. She would auction off all their furniture, auction off their house, everything. And then they would be wards of the state. And it's like, she got a hold of Diane Weist, who is one of the main characters, and she just picked the wrong lady because she is connected. And there's a little bit of
Mel's been wanting to watch that too.
It's really good.
What do they call that?
I'm trying to tell you a little bit about it, but I'm trying not to give it away. We'll just say that Diane Weiss is connected. Her name was something Peterson, Julie Peterson, or Jay Peterson. I can't remember what the J was. And she's connected, and I'm just going to leave it with that, and you can draw your own conclusion, but I highly suggest it. Very good movie.
And that's not a series, it's a movie, right?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's like 2 hours and 10 minutes. Pistachios are the most disgusting nut in the world.
Unshelled, no shells. Either they've been deshelled and they're salted and roasted. So good. My husband's cousin as a guardian was not happy with it. Not happy with the movie, or not happy with being a guardian?
Well, it does leave actual guardians who do what they're supposed to do a bad name. It does give them a bad name.
So in other words, you're saying she kind of took it upon herself to pay herself?
Yes, and quite well with all of her. Well, she put all the pictures of her people that she was a guardian over on her wall. And I swear the judge was in on the whole thing too.
The judge too?
Oh yeah, because
right.
It's the same judge every single time. So, but yeah, I highly suggest it. So definitely watch that movie. It'll make you yell at her, because I was yelling at her.
I was thinking about that. The thought of that. I wonder if that's I don't say common practice, but is that something that goes on?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Or not necessarily pay themselves, but skim a little here and there, thinking nobody's going to notice.
I'm a firm believer that movies that do come out, there's some truth to them. Otherwise, where are they going to get the ideas from? So there's got to be some truth to these movies.
Because if you got the power of attorney, right?
It's pretty much all you need.
You're not questioned about it. I mean, you might get questioned on certain things after the fact.
I mean, there's only one thing that a power of attorney cannot do unless it's explicitly described in the power of attorney, which is financial decisions, take out credit cards, get bank loans, things like that. Might be
something like no cash withdrawals, or beyond $1,000 or $500 or something. I saw it. Effing loved it. Wanted to throw it to lead actress Spike. Yes, it could happen. That's why power of attorney and medical directive is more important than having a living will. Interesting. The movie is a 2021 Golden Globe nomination. Why does she always play crazy people? Yeah, I was going to ask that question. I've seen her in something else too. And I know it's not the same kind of movie, but I don't know. That other movie was the one we just talked about a couple of weeks ago. About that nurse. Hang on, getting a little warm here. Let me take this up. Nurse Ratchet.
Oh yeah, Nurse Ratchet. I watched like maybe 8 episodes of her season, and then I was done with her.
Have you guys seen that beauty, Nurse Ratchet, the show?
I could not get into it. I tried. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was a little too bizarro world. Yeah, I know she does. Shelled pistachio, David sunflower seeds, and smoked almonds. I like sunflower seed in the summertime. We can just spit out the shell right on the floor.
I'm not a fan of them. I like peanuts. Cashews.
Gone Girl, yeah, Ratchet.
Gone Girl is a damn good movie. Hi, Hilda.
Yep. You're late.
50 lashes with a wet noodle.
So, what story do we want to head off with first? So much to choose from today.
Oh, there is.
Let me see. There we got. Oh, I know what we can do.
What are we doing?
We're going to do. I think this was the breaking news for today. And I think you know what it is.
Golfer?
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Woods is at it again.
Tiger Woods had a car accident.
His second one in his career of golf.
I think he was trying to fly off a mountaintop last time.
He was. I think he was trying to kill himself.
Accidentally on purpose.
Yeah.
So they found him alive. Yes, no life-threatening injuries, but and apparently they already know he was not impaired. Like he was not on something, booze or whatever.
Well, he'll be on a lot of painkillers now.
And he already had a bad back, and he just had a back surgery not too long ago. And so they said they're not life-threatening injuries. Hold on, let me try to get rid of this freaking thing.
Yeah, you just covered up the whole entire car.
Close that there. Yeah, there's a wreck.
There we go.
Don't know what the heck happened, but it totaled the car.
Yeah, he drove off of a cliff again.
And they had to use the jaws of life to get him off that thing.
Yep, pull him right out the windshield.
It's freaking nuts. So, like I said, they're not life-threatening injuries, but I'm thinking his golf career is over because they're doing surgery on his legs.
Looking at this vehicle, I have a panoramic sunroof just like that. I'm glad to know that it did not shatter in this vehicle accident. So if I ever get in a vehicle accident similar to that, I will be glad to know I am not going to get a face full of glass.
I like Ratchet, but I love the old-time costume and wardrobe on the set in the older cars. I know, but
love the cars.
I know, I get it. It was supposed to be a period piece, but it almost seemed, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like cartoonish or like animated-ish.
It did seem like it was animated, but I think
comic
it was supposed
bookish,
to be.
You know what I mean?
I think it was a flip of.
Oh, there you go.
Like the Nightingale syndrome.
See what you started there, Bam?
What?
That comment's for you there.
No. You know how you have the Nurse Nightingale?
Yep.
And now you have Nurse Ratchet, was complete opposite.
Yep.
So I'm thinking maybe Ratchet is the opposite of the Nightingale.
Yeah, I get that. And I couldn't finish watching that Ratchet thing. It just freaked me out.
I couldn't get into it. It got to the point where it was every episode you knew what to expect.
Beto O'Rourke, the fake Mexican, was in town. He's not even a Mexican. He's a fake Mexican. He's a wannabe Mexican. Racial appropriation, damn it. Was in town for Taco Tuesday. He eats tacos with a fork. No.
I eat my burritos with a fork sometimes.
See, well, that's different. That's a burrito. It's a lot more to handle right there.
Sometimes I'll unwrap the burrito and I'll just get chips and I'll just look, it's chips and dip right now. And, screw the burrito and, just dip my chip in it.
Hola, Lola.
Hola, Lola.
Welcome. Look at that car, man. It's all messed up. I don't even know what kind of car it was. Looks like an SUV.
Yeah, it was an SUV, but as far as a make, I have no idea.
I can't tell. It looks like SUV or maybe even a minivan or something.
No, it's an SUV. Because they said that in the news.
It says 2021 Hyundai Genesis. Whatever that is.
I would think that he would have a little bit more money to drive something a little bit higher end than a Hyundai.
Hey, maybe it was one of the prizes, or he's got to drive it because of a marketing agreement. What do you call that? Promotional whatever. Possible. I wouldn't drive a Hyundai if I had that kind of money.
I mean, if it was given to me, I mean, I'd drive the motherfucker if it was given to me. But would I go buy one? No.
Okay. What is that? What am I missing
That
here?
is somebody sticking their tongue out. I don't know.
Marissa, what are we talking about? Fifi. Hello.
Going on, Fifi.
Hello.
Hello.
So, yeah. He got into a crash again. Conspiracy theorists are out there. It's like, oh, where was he going? He was going to go meet somebody. Apparently, he was on his way to go meet somebody.
Well, he did come out after the first crash of being a sex addict and cheating several hundred times on his wife.
100 times. Several hundred times.
Mm.
Okay.
I mean, it's good that he can man up and say that he's addicted to sex. I mean, I like sex, but I'm not addicted to it. I can do without it. Besides, it's just more plumbing to be maintained. Fuck it.
He was going to go meet with quarterback Drew Brees and LA Chargers Justin Herbert for something.
Oh, so he just did. He did. He was out on the golf course with one of those football people. I don't know which one. It was a football person he was out there with. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Flo.
Yeah.
How we doing, Flo?
What's up, Flo? How's the insurance sales going on?
Well, as long as Flo brought it up, I guess we could. Are we done with Tiger?
Yeah, we're done with Tiger.
Well, let's just go straight to the cages.
Straight to the cages. Of course, I lost my cage page. Get it, my cage page.
Oh, all right, Busta Rhymes.
Anyways, you can get that started for us. So,
I didn't read the article, but it does not surprise me a bit because the cages were actually created by, Obama. And where did Biden get the idea? Obama.
Guess where Biden was when all that started.
But we blamed Trump for the cages, and he didn't have a fucking thing to do with them. But let's go ahead and blame Trump for the cages. I'll tell you, if these cages things, and we start putting kids back in these cages, I want to see AOC down there fitting a bitch like she did the first time around.
Yep. With that fake alligator tears, did you see that?
Oh yeah, and then of course, she has to bring out her Hispanic accent whenever she's talks about her name, or I mean, she turns that accent on like waterworks. It's like, come on, bitch. We all know you can speak without it. Why do you have to do it with just your name?
Yeah, she has to. Hold on, something's funky going on with my mouse. Let me switch to this.
You got a funky mouse?
What's her name?
Chicken. How funky is your chicken?
Miss Psaki. I forget her first name. She's the press secretary for Biden.
Just call her the circle back bitch.
The circle back bitch. And she was also on the payroll for the Obamas. But we all knew that already.
Things that make you go,
So she's defending the reopening of migrant facility for children, but she's saying they're not cages. Like, don't let they ever were cages. If I'm not mistaken, weren't they put up in hotels or something?
It's not like cages, like you're thinking of putting a dog in, like a kennel. They are fenced areas, and the areas are quite massive. And it's to keep this age with this age, boys with this boys, girls with this girls, and all ages, to keep them separated so there's no chance of rapes or molestation or anything like that. So, I mean, it's more or less they're looking out for the children, keeping them safe.
Yep.
At the Heritage Foundation and former acting deputy chief of staff.
So this is I got a feeling this is a few days old because
great to have you here. What's your biggest concern about
these migrants have started to filter in already, but not in Texas.
So many things in that bill. It's over 300 pages long. It is truly a wish list by the radical left of what they want to do to immigration, which is erase the line between legal and illegal immigration It opens the borders and it greatly reduces the number of people who will be deported.
Let's take a listen to what White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki had to say
There you
on this
go.
yesterday.
Wacky
This
sacky.
legislation modernizes our immigration system. It provides hardworking people who have enriched our communities and lived here for decades an opportunity to earn citizenship. Immigration reform is not historically a Democratic or Republican priority, but an American one.
Okay, how she ends there talking about how this is an
She's high as a kite.
She looks like it.
Not a fan of her. She's very annoying to watch and listen to.
So,
I think so too, Bam. Perhaps a BMW or an Audi, but a Hyundai.
yeah. Well, no, Hondas actually have a lifetime warranty, bumper to bumper. Shut up! My nephew yelled, fuck.
Thought that was your bird.
So, immigration. In my opinion, yes, it is a broken. The system we have for it does need to be tweaked. There is a correct way to become a citizen of the country. There's an incorrect way. You want to come here? Go through the rules and regulations just like everybody before you.
My thing is, if you come in illegally, you lose the right to get in line and come in legally. That's my thing.
Well, the big thing, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of flack for that when I say this, but
yeah.
You know how we have immigrants from Mexico, from Canada, from wherever you come here, you have a baby. You're illegal, but all of a sudden your baby is a U.S. citizen. Now we can deport you, but not your child because the child is a U.S. citizen.
That's what you call an anchor baby.
If you're illegal and you have a baby here, your baby should be illegal, in my opinion. Your baby should not get automatic citizenship for being born here when you're illegal. Now, if you came in and you have a green card, you have a baby, yeah, everything's fine.
What about this? What about if the baby is born here to illegal parents? The baby is a U.S. citizen, but the parents are not.
And that's why, and this happened in Ohio 12 years ago, I think. It was around the time Obama. This kid was a U.S. citizen, was born here. Mom and dad, they were on the brink of being deported. The kid was 14 years old.
14 years old.
14 years old. He had no family here except mom and dad. So, of course, Obama had to step in and say, well, we can't deport mom and dad and leave a child here helpless.
Yeah. And I get that. However, see, these don't have easy answers. None of these. They don't. There's not an answer.
And it's not arguments. There's going to be discussions, several discussions all around. You know, well, you got this scenario, you got that scenario, you got this scenario. What about this? What about that?
And I don't know. For a long time, I didn't have a problem with the baby being a U.S. citizen, but that should not automatically roll over to the parents. That's my opinion.
Well, it doesn't roll over to the parents. The parents are still illegal. The only one that has citizenship is the child that was just born.
But it's easier for them to claim citizenship that they have a child born in the U.S., isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I have no idea because I don't know much about how the citizenship thing works. I mean, this is just my opinion, and well, it's right one, good one, bad one. I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure I was going to get a lot of flack over it. And if I do, you know, that's just my thinking, because why should we extend citizenship to your child when you're here illegally?
Back in Texas, Fifi, thank you for asking. Yeah, I get it. That's right. Robert, not Bobby. I don't like calling him Bobby, although he's like a child. Bobby Frank O'Rourke is his name. Calls himself the affectionate name Beto is how you say that. So he's trying to squeeze up and snuggle up to all the Mexican folk here in Texas. That's correct, Anchor Baby. There's actually a tourism sector for that, having a baby in another country. Yeah, I've seen that on a documentary somewhere. You can take a beautiful 14-day vacation in, Yugoslavia, or from there to here. And they plan this whole thing out, and then they go back. But isn't there a certain point? Is there a certain point where if you're a certain far along in your pregnancy that they won't let you in? Any of my immigration TSA people know the answer to that? I thought that there was, and it was for that reason, for fear that they were just coming over here to have a child.
I have no idea, but even if they come over here illegally, you don't have to be pregnant when you cross the border.
No, but if they came over like on vacation, they got permission from their country to come here.
Yeah,
and she's obviously 8 to 9 months pregnant. Who's to say she wouldn't induce labor while she's here? All of a sudden, no, my baby's American.
Well, they shouldn't be traveling at that damn late in the pregnancy anyway.
The kids get naturalized as you. Okay, what do you mean the kids? You're talking about a baby, a newborn? Marissa says, "Sorry, I was getting out of my truck. Thank goodness it wasn't a pick." Oh, so it was like a pocket dial, or whatever. They're supposed to be. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. I was watching some immigration TV show, and I know they were trying to get into another country, and they were like, you're about to have a baby. You're not coming in here." That's cool. And they just stopped her. They didn't care. I said, "Sorry, move along now."
Yep, turn around. Go back home.
I know people lie about it. It's literally dying to get in here.
But I swear I'm only 2 months pregnant. With what? How many babies you got in you? 40? Because you look like you're about to fucking pop.
Right? Okay, let's see. The Native American community is back in the news.
Oh, yeah. My favorite car company. Well, car brand.
Who did we piss off now?
Yeah. We pissed off the Cherokee Nation.
So Cherokee asks Jeep to stop using its tribal name. And, when it comes to the Jeep Cherokee, don't they have a Comanche also?
No.
They had a Comanche at some point.
That is a Chevy that had a Comanche.
No, I got to challenge you on that one. The Jeep, where the hell did that come from? The Jeep Grand Cherokee is the brand's best-selling model, while the Jeep Cherokee is the third best-selling. Jeep recently unveiled a redesigned version of the Grand Cherokee, and the company has sold SUVs under the Cherokee brand name for about 45 years already.
Yep. All of a sudden, we're good for 44 and a half years, but all of a sudden, here we got the cancel culture getting in the ear of the Cherokee Nation.
Yeah. So what I want to know is this the Native Indians protesting or somebody speaking for them,
According to the article I read, it's actually the chief of the Cherokee Nation that is saying that they don't want the Chrysler company or the Jeep brand to be using Cherokee in its name of their vehicle anymore.
Because it doesn't honor them.
No, because it does not benefit them in any way.
That's what I meant by honoring them.
Yeah.
It's not what's that word I'm looking for? It's not beneficial.
It's not lucrative.
So if they were saying, if they told them 50 years ago, we're going to use the Cherokee for the name of this and we'll give you 1% of sales every year.
Although jump on it in a New York second.
Yep.
And I'm sure that Jeep will continue to use the Cherokee name as soon as they can iron out enough percentage to give the Cherokee Nation. We can always get Cher to get up there and sing Half Breed from the 70s.
Do any of you people have a problem with this? And I'm talking about the Jeep situation. Phoebe says years ago, residents from across would come over here to give birth and then return back. So when kids grew up, they were citizens of the U.S. Yep. We're talking about the term is now labeled anchor babies. They would anchor their life here in the U.S., their family's life here in the U.S. Would you stop buying a Cherokee just because of that?
I wouldn't, because I like Jeep products.
So do we have to cut the Native Indian community in every time we want to use something that uses their name or their reference back to them?
But you know, they have enough. They're making enough damn money from these fucking casinos that rip you off.
They do make a lot of money off casinos, I'll tell you that much. You know how I know? Because I watch Yellowstone. If you haven't watched Yellowstone, you should watch Yellowstone. Great series.
Oh, fuck me. I know they make a lot of money because they took a lot of money from me.
Cole, you gonna stop buying Coke? Oh, come on. It had to be some idiot who said that. I played a whole Coke thing last week, remember? They want white people to be less white. How do you get less white?
Bleach yourself.
How do you get less white? What are they going to do? What do you tell a white person? You need to be less white.
Oh yeah, wasn't that you telling me that Coke had that training to be less white?
Coke had an entire online training program for their employees, and it literally said something about being less white. I mean, one of the slides said you have to, try to be less white. So, what I want to know is, was that a white dude they came up with that, or not a white dude? Know what I mean? So the question, I want to trade my Sentra for an SUV, and I'm loving the 2021 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. I like it more than a Chevy Tahoe or Suburbans. So what's the question? I would prefer a Tahoe or Suburban. I just think that's a more...
You were right on the Comanche.
Which part?
It was Jeep. And the reason why I don't remember it being a Jeep is because it was only done between 84 and 2001, and I don't even remember it being in 2001, but it was the pickup truck. Remember the Jeep pickups?
Yep.
I could have swore the pickups went out in the early 80s.
Comanche, I do remember that guy.
Oh, wait a second.
I don't know. Nadia, personally, I like the Suburban or Tahoe, but that's just my preference. If I'm not mistaken, they're much roomier than a... Well, I don't know. I haven't seen a Grand Wagoneer. What the hell does that even look like?
That is, they're actually bringing that back. And that's going to be Jeep's Grand Cherokee with third row seating.
So that's like the Jeep that had like the wood paneling on the side.
Yes. And they're going to bring that back with third row seating.
I like the old Wagoneer, from 88, 89. I like that one. So there's a 2021 Jeep. See, on the original Wagoneer, you can tell that, I don't know, even though it might not have been real, it looked more real. It had a feeling of real wood. This Wagoneer thing from now, it just could be a sticker. You know what I mean? It just,
Yeah, it's kind of like a plastic thing that they put on. It still like protrudes off the car a little bit to give you the look of real wood, but it's not the real wood that they actually put on the vehicles. Boy, that was, I mean, that was workmanship back then.
Where is this Wagoneer? Here it is. This is the one. Yes, it is. Take a look at this. I mean, at this point, you think somebody's going to go, oh, look, they put wood on the side of that thing.
So what year is that?
This is 2021.
Okay, so this must be the one that has the third row seating and everything that I heard about.
But you know what I mean? Because it's like, why put that wood there? I mean, unless they would do something like for real, put real wood or something like that. But I know
I'm sure it's plastic. I'm sure it's plastic.
Oh, of course.
And it's hot glued.
I wonder if the nickels with the chief head will be next. Yeah, don't doubt it. I don't know, Mary. You like that Wagoneer? I mean,
if it wasn't green, it might look a hell of a lot better.
And if it didn't have that wood on the side, that fake wood, which obviously at this point we know it's fake wood, and it might have been fake on the original Wagoneer, but it, with that body style I had back then, it just looked a lot more. I don't know.
But back then it was more of a station wagon.
No, it wasn't. No, I'll show you one.
I don't know.
Let me find a nice looking Wagoneer. Okay, I can see what you're saying about the station wagon look, but it was not a station wagon. It was still like an SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is this the one? Better be. Yes, it is. Here we go. And
here we go.
That's an 89. I don't know.
I do not remember that thing at all.
You don't remember?
I don't.
You know, these things look bigger and safer than they do now.
It does look a lot. It looks more sturdy than the green one.
That was a lot of metal right there.
And it's probably iron and steel. Where the other one's more aluminum. And
I wonder if all the Indian tribes are going to complain.
Why is there a tribe called Wagoneer?
So somebody's going to go over there to every single one of the tribes and start making noise. We can get you money. We can get you money.
And we only want
a
tenth of what you get.
The Cherokee reminds me of the whole Aunt Jemima pancake situation. Should I say Pearl Milling Company? See what you did there.
What's going on there, Snoopy?
What's up, Snoop? You guys still snowing in San Antonio or what? Did that snow melt off already?
Hang on, Snoopy, Snoopy, hang on.
Yeah, that green color didn't make it look very appealing, did it?
It didn't. I mean, they say the smart people pick green, but yeah, I would not pick green. I mean, that looked like baby shit green. And we all know how I feel about those fucking kids.
Oh, Bam loves kids.
I can't stand those sons of bitches.
All right. Okay, hold on. Here's a request to put that sucker back up on the screen for a minute.
Get her back up there. Yep, that's baby shit green.
Yeah, that's definitely the Exorcist green for sure. They should have made it a little darker hunter green, like, forest green.
Or make it a matte green, so it would be like a little more army-ish.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed. So everything is going to get canceled. I'm not sure erasing history helps anyone.
It doesn't help anybody.
In fact, let everything be known so that history doesn't have to repeat itself. That was always my point. Everybody's so worried about repeating history, yet here they go. They want to repeat it.
Yeah. I mean, look at the fucking bell bottoms. They're coming back.
Oh, no, don't tell me that. She doesn't like the new Wagoneer. Yeah. Nope, not a fan of it. I don't know. Maybe the color is just
I think it's the color, Hilda. I really
Making it
do.
yuck.
And if that was a white or a nice,
Any other color, even.
yeah, any other color than baby shit green. I mean,
don't
even
know.
if it was like sunshiny yellow, would probably look all right.
Ixnay the wood. That's what I say. There was a time for that wood panel look, but it was a very short moment in time. Now it's time to get rid of it.
Yes, I'm going to go in when these things are out, and I'm going to. Can I purchase the Wagoneer without this fake wood on it?
Can you take off the wood panels, please? Okay, now I'll take a look. Snoopy, yes, it melted off completely this past Saturday. It was awesome, man. We had like 3 to 6 inches of snow. That's unheard of up here. Yeah, I know it is. Did you go out to make snow angels at all?
Snowball fight with the kids.
Should have made a
family of snowmen.
Should have made a Snoopy snowman.
An igloo.
And I've yet to try the lemon with Diet Coke. What are you waiting for?
It's disgusting.
It's so good. No, it's so good.
It's disgusting.
Diet Coke, squeeze a little lemon. Who else hasn't had that? Come on, man. Lemon. The Diet Coke's got to be cold. All right. Ice cubes have got to be conditioned already, which means, you put the ice in a cup, run some water in the cup, get all that extra frost off the ice cubes.
No, that's what you do for
then
root beer. Have a root beer. Oh my God, dude.
And then pour your Diet Coke in a glass, not a plastic cup. It's got to be a glass. And then you take your lemon, quarter it, squeeze all the lemon juice. Oh, man.
So I suppose you're going to put fucking pineapples all over it.
No pineapples. Thank you very much.
I know, right? No, the kid just come out and said, I think I'm going to order a pizza.
Bam. Lola says, kids are wonderful.
Hang on. Lola?
Here we go.
Okay, so, yep, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I don't like them. They're too loud. They're messy. They cost way too much goddamn much money. They don't shut up. They ask you the same question over and over 1 billion times. And just because I hate the little sons of bitches, I'll tell you what, I'm the first one there to help one of the motherfuckers if they need help. But I don't like them, and I don't want them in my life.
See, that's why he's called Bam.
Yep, can't stand them.
Yes, I did everything Snoopy says, except a Snoopy snowman. Manny, I hope that thing happened with the airplane over Colorado never happened again. Did I understand correctly? So nobody was injured? Nobody was injured at all. Not even down. It was scary down below. I think it was Broomfield or Greenfield. Broomfield. What town was that? Bam. I can't remember. I'll think of it in a minute. I'll show it. I'll find it. But these kids were playing soccer on a soccer field, and they were looking up, and these parts are falling out of the sky. They're lucky they didn't get hit. Pretty sure their coach told them, everybody run for cover. But those pieces were falling on the kids' soccer field, either during a game or during practice. That could have been a very catastrophic situation. Yes, they can fly with just one. Bam, you're muted in case you didn't know. Those planes can fly with just one engine, but the engine has to be there.
Oh, sadism. So you really got to have an engine to fly?
That engine has to be there. If that engine would have come off and destroyed part of that wing, that sucker's going down, unfortunately.
I seen today something tore some the fuselage off.
They what?
Yeah, on that aircraft.
Oh, there was part of the fuselage underneath, like right in the middle. There was a gaping hole, I don't know, a couple of feet wide.
Yep, it could suck you right on in.
Yeah. Don't know what happened. One of the fan blades looked like they broke off.
Well, they were suggesting metal fatigue in a couple of the blades, which is entirely possible if it's an older engine.
Paul, that's as bad as a Pacer station wagon. Oh God, remember the Pacer?
Oh, God. My best friend had one of those motherfuckers. It was an upside down fishbowl.
Does anybody remember a Pacer?
My other friend had a Gremlin. That was even just as bad.
Weren't those the similar, the Pacer and the Gremlin.
Well, the Gremlin was like more boxy, but the Pacer was more round.
Here's a beautiful picture of a Pacer right here. Oh my goodness. You guys are going to love this. You're going to see this and you're going to go, I want one.
Look at all the room in there for your school of fish.
There you go.
Oh, and it's purple. I do want it. I love purple. It's my fave. We got a little racing stripe action going on, and that looks like it's a 76.
Pacer X.
What year is that one, Manny? I'm guessing 76.
This one in particular is, let's see what it tells me here. Nope, it doesn't tell me. It talks about them generically.
I was going off of the chrome bumper because
well, it's a 75 to 81. That's the best we got here.
Because I remember when the Camaros, they had chrome bumpers, and I had a 1980 Camaro, and 79 was the last year they did the chrome bumpers, so that's why I was thinking that one was somewhere in the 70s. And if I remember right, that was an AMC product.
Yep, that's correct.
And now AMC does DeLorean and Mercedes. AMC owns Mercedes.
Good Lord. Okay, so remember this one. This was the Pacer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you remember the Gremlin?
Yeah, my friend's was lime fucking green, baby shit green.
Was that AMC Gremlin also?
God, I don't know who made the Gremlin.
Oh yeah, you're right. The Pacer is definitely a lot more round.
She had a big old round ass on her.
All right, guys, here goes the Gremlin. And this is true story. It's not a fake name. They actually call this thing a Gremlin.
Don't feed it after midnight. It does look like an AMC product.
So here's a question. The movie Wayne's World, were they in a Gremlin or were they in a Pacer? Don't cheat. Don't cheat.
Don't know.
Remember when they're singing?
I only seen the movie once, and I only watched 20 minutes of it.
Remember when they're singing the Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yep, Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm thinking they were in a Pacer. I'm guessing Pacer.
Yeah,
No, I changed my mind. I'm going with Gremlin.
You going with Gremlin?
Yeah.
You're going with Gremlin, and the answer is, I'm going to show you right now. This is actually pretty funny. All right, the answer is, it was a Pacer.
It was a Pacer.
I like how they put the flames on it by the wheels there.
Yeah, for a rear-wheel vehicle, we're putting flames under the front tires.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not much bump or rear quarter to put flames on the rear behind the rear tire, so I could see that.
So that car that was used in the movie was an actual car, and they auctioned it off, and it sold for $37,000.
Just because two assholes drove around in it with wigs on.
It was used in the movie. Come on, it was a cute car.
No, it wasn't. Not even for the time, it wasn't cute.
Lola says, oh, bam. Yeah, I told you, don't set him off when it comes to kids because he'll read you the riot act on why not to have them.
Oh, I will.
Or why he doesn't like them. Escalade. Yeah, Escalade. Very beautiful car also.
Yeah, and those huge SUVs, they start at about 85,000, go up from there.
That's all right.
The smaller SUVs, like more affordable for the everyday pocket person.
Did you see that new, supposedly new, the Elon Musk mobile, what they call the Tesla?
No.
The affordable Tesla looks pretty slick.
Oh, the $40,000 one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Is
it's
that
cute.
The Clark Griswold station wagon? No, didn't the Griswolds have like a real station wagon, a regular station wagon?
It was a station wagon. And they put Aunt Thelma on top of it. Or Aunt Gertie. Whatever the hell the aunt's name was.
Her name. Oy vey. This thing is so freaking ugly. Is this it right here? Yeah, this is it right here. Ugh. This is one of them anyway. You know, there was something about wood on the side of a car with some cars or something. It wasn't bad.
There was
Not
a
entirely anyway, but
see, that's why I said station wagon when you were talking about the Comanche or the other thing, Wagoneer. That's what I was picturing. Now there was a,
but that luggage rack on top, which a lot of people didn't use, but that's where you were supposed to put all additional, junk.
there was a I want to say Lincoln that had wood on the put wood on their vehicles, and it was a sedan, so 2-door. It was a higher end luxury car model that did it back in the 70s, and I can't remember who. I want to say Lincoln, but I'm probably wrong.
Hornet.
A Hornet? That's a Pontiac. No, that's AMC. No. I remember the Hornet.
God, that thing is ugly. Was that the station wagon, Paul?
Dodge Hornet. It was a Dodge Hornet.
Oh. Why am I torturing myself with all
Boss
these
is
old
AMC.
cars? This thing is ugly. I mean, at the time, it might have been
started out
cool
as an
looking, but
AMC, and then Dodge took it over. Or that
there's
was
your
the time
Hornet.
that Dodge bought AMC or something. It was around that time in the 70s they did that, 70s and 80s.
Now that color is, baby vomit
No, that is called
Orange.
butterscotch, and it is sexy.
butterscotch. I don't know. I think that thing looks hella ugly.
That is a Pacer stretched out and turned into 4 doors.
I don't know about these cars. I'm a 77 baby. Mom had a Kermit the Frog green Chevette.
Oh, she had a Chevy Shove-It.
Chevy
I
Shove
had a
It.
Shove-It.
And Dad drove a Ford Rebel, so that car was the Cujo car. Which one? I don't remember what the Cujo car was.
Yeah, I had a Chevy Shove-It.
What was the Cujo car? Remember that?
I remember Cujo. I don't remember the car in Cujo.
The Cujo car was, that was a Chevy Chevette. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that it had this huge, what do you call that? Like a window in the back? I mean, the trunk was practically.
It's a hatchback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Chevy Shove-It.
Wow. So that whole hatch is just glass. It's not even a metal thing. It's just
That's an early 70s. Mine was an 82 or 83, and the glass has shrunk quite a bit, but it's still pretty much all open.
And for those of you who don't remember movies or don't know movies, Cujo is a must-see.
That dog was a killer. Oh, and it did kill.
It was a dog that was he just a mean dog? Was he possessed?
I think he was just overly mean, and if I remember correctly, it was a German Shepherd.
No, Saint Bernardish. Saint Bernard.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was a Saint Bernard. Pretty sure it was a Saint Bernard. So, I mean, somebody could tell me if I'm wrong here. I want to show the dog. That looks like a Saint Bernard. Unless I'm very, very wrong. I don't know my dog breeds, which is a possibility.
It's entirely possible.
And here's Cujo. Is that a Saint Bernard?
I don't know if you wash all the damn blood off of it.
Everybody go watch Cujo if you haven't seen Cujo. 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 That was a dog's name. You can't forget the candy dispenser they had on the roof. Oh, that was so beautiful where the light was. They had Twizzler, a long Twizzler in there. And they'd pull it out, and then with the little handles, they just cut off a piece. It was so cool. It was great. Shannon, that's right. It was awesome. I always wanted to do that to one of my cars.
Oh, the Ford Pinto. I remember them.
Gosh. All these cars I forgot about. Wasn't the Pinto the...
It was a lot like the Gremlin and the Pacer, and this is a little two-seater, two-door thing.
Oh, there it is. That's a lot smaller than a... Looks a lot smaller than a Gremlin or a...
Oh, that black and green one up there on the upper left hand was really sexy.
Oh, that was on there? If I'd known I would have kept it there, I would not have taken the screen away, guys. Sorry.
No.
Here's your Pinto.
Yeah, so show us all the cars again.
Okay, I was here. See if it'll do it. Nope, it's not going to do it. I'm going to have to go back to the screen.
Yeah, them damn Macintoshes. You can't do anything with them.
Wow, what a stroll down memory lane.
First one, top left.
Huh.
That motherfucker's sexy.
I'm sure they use that to drag race. Look at that. Look at the tires on that thing.
Look at the scoop on that thing.
Pinto related. This is not a Pinto, is it?
No, that's a Gremlin.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, it says it was a Pinto.
1974
Ford Pinto. Related.
Related. Yeah, I don't think it is.
Ooh, how you doing?
I mean, that's a cool looking car. It seems like a little fun car now.
Chevy Vega GT.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this thing. Drag racer extraordinaire.
I'm sorry. That seems like something that you would put together, Manny.
Ford Pinto cruising wagon. Look at this thing.
Oh, yep. They turned that wagon into a love making machine there.
Wow. All right. That's enough about cars right now.
Yeah. Bye, babies. Bye. Bye.
Mary, this has nothing to do with what you're talking about, but some guy in Oregon was pulled over with a 77. No way. Some guy in Oregon.
Look him up. Let's see what he looks like and see what he was doing.
How do you do that, not die or not pass out? Yeah, I found it. Oregon man records 0.77. Okay, hold on. A man in Oregon might now hold a dubious distinction, the world's highest recorded blood alcohol content, because they say he was 0.77 during a DUI arrest. 0.77. Normally, we're talking about. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. When the dust settled, cops say Danzuka's blood alcohol content was 0.77, which is more than 9 times the legal limit. Goes without saying his driver's license was suspended. He was taken to the hospital for a medical evaluation.
So what was he doing? Drinking tequila right out of the bottle with a straw?
The previous record was 0.72 by a woman in Oregon. Also in Oregon. Damn.
Them motherfuckers can drink up there.
What you got going on in Oregon, people?
I don't know they can drink because I met one of my friends in Oregon while he's out there working at the airport.
Mel says a friend had a Chevette when he was in high school, would tell the girls he drove a Vet.
Well, he's not completely wrong.
Right? Not wrong. Woody's. Oh, a shove it. That's right.
Chevy Shove It.
Chevy shove it.
Surface car. Yo, dude.
Yo, that's rad. The luggage rack. That brings back memories of Dad loading the escargot on top of the family Sable. Go, man. A Sable station wagon.
That's a Mercury. That's a Ford.
I think I used to like
Or
that
Lincoln.
Sable. Yeah. Ford, your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Yep.
Remember?
I remember them.
Worst car name was a Chevy Nova. Nova. I get it. Ha ha. Nova in Spanish means no go. It doesn't move.
Oh, well, you didn't see any of the Novas that we had up here. They were tweaked and toked and whatever you could do to it, they did them, and they were like
Fast.
racing them motherfuckers.
Yeah. 40s Mercury Woody wagon. Gosh, that just sounds ugly.
That's the one I bet I'm thinking of. That's the high class wood one.
40s. Let's see. Mercury Woody wagon.
Because that would be a Lincoln.
Wow. It's actually a pretty car. I don't know if I drive one around, but like for a show car. Here. And here it is.
Yep, that's the one I'm thinking of.
That's
Real
a big
oak.
ass car for sure.
Yep, real oak on it.
And real wood. Yeah, that's right. Real wood.
Yeah, the two sides, and I believe the tailgate had some wood on it.
Or real veneer anyway. I don't know if it's, it could be like paneling or something like that.
Well, yeah, because they had to get it to bend.
Yeah. Except for the blue. I wouldn't mind that car. That's a big car too.
Oh, it was a tank.
Talk about being safe in a car.
That's tank.
Cujo was rabid. Yeah, yeah.
So do you know what kind of dog that is, Mel?
I just can't remember if he was friendly to some people or just an animal, a devil to everybody. I can't remember.
Because it didn't look like a oh shit. It didn't look like a German Shepherd.
Yes, he was an SB, not a GS. Yes, Saint Bernard. I told you. I neutered it. But
did you neutered it?
I neutered it. Saint Bernard. Thank you, Shannon. Cujo was the same.
Well, then
dog
where
from
was
the
this little?
Oh, yes,
where was
that's
this
right.
little jug of rum? All Saint Bernards have a little jug of rum.
That's cute when they do that. Yeah, the Sandlot. Remember the movie, The Sandlot?
I remember that.
Kids baseball movie. Good movie.
Mhm.
The same kind of dog. Remember when the ball goes over the fence and they
That
send
motherfucker ate that ball.
Yeah, he did. Well, he ended up not eating it, but he was collecting them. Rebecca, hi. My late father owned a 76 Chevy Silverado. Oh, is that what I think it is? I still have it and plan to restore it one day. Oh, that's so cool. Let me see. Let me look for that thing. 1976 Silverado. '76. Wow. What condition is it in? If you're lucky, it's well kept and you won't have to do that much work to it. Here, let me plaster this guy right up here real quick. What color is it? I picked out the dark red, whatever color you call that. That is a 76 Silverado right there, Rebecca.
I would go with the dark butterscotch or rust on that one.
Yeah, rust is a good. Yeah, there's not enough
with the cream streak.
Yeah, classic. That's beautiful. Again, a tank. Cars back then were made so much better.
They were made if you run into something, motherfuckers are going to last. And they were actually built to where you could work on them if you had to. And you didn't need to know shit about engines and you could do it. Not like today.
Just had your basic parts. Nothing really computerized in there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, not like today.
That's awesome. Should take a picture of it. I'd like to see that thing. What it's like now. You know, before you fix it, do a before and after. Right. Got to do that.
You know, you could probably put a electric engine in there and fill the back with batteries, and there you go.
Yeah, no, we're not going to do that to a Silverado. Not that one. It looks more like a Mastiff. I thought it was a Mastiff too, but I think it's a St. Bernard. Pinto's caught on fire, just like the Fiero. Remember the Ford Fiero?
Oh yeah, poor man's poor man's Corvette.
Yeah, very poor man's Corvette.
They did have a history of catching on fire. They were pretty though.
The Fiero was that the first car that had totally serviceable outer panels. Like if you dented your right quarter panel, you can just buy another one and hook it up yourself.
Yes, I remember that. But the car was all fiberglass, so you'd be replacing it, not denting it.
Yeah, it'd be broken.
Yeah,
but they had fires, especially I think it was the one that had the GT, the scoop over the back that came out and stood up top. It used to catch on fire because of something about the dipstick not being in the right spot because they borrowed the engine from a different kind of car and used it on the Pontiac Fiero, but they should have reconfigured the engine and they didn't. So it only happened a few times and they decided just to scrap the car. Gas tank split in the rear and collisions. I learned to drive in a Pinto. Wow.
Well, there's worse things to learn to drive in.
What did you learn? What car did you learn to drive in?
Me?
Yeah.
1976 Buick LeSabre.
Oh, nice car.
This is my mother's car. And then after I got my license, they went out and bought a 1982 Delta 88 Osmo Bubble.
Oh, my goodness.
And they gave me the Buick LeSabre. And this Buick, it was decked out. It had crushed velvet seats. Baby blue crushed velvet seats. Baby blue outside.
Oh, my goodness. Fifi says, I used to have a 57 Chevy, later a Mustang, a 68 Mustang. Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful car.
Every car my mother bought, it had to be blue. It was her favorite fucking color. With the exception
Pontiac.
Of the last one. Dad bought her the last one, and it was a...
His was a rusty orange color, just like the one I posted. It was similar to that. Did it have the white stripe too? I don't know if you saw it, Rebecca.
Envoy red.
I don't know if you saw it, Rebecca. I did post one of the pictures up there. Hopefully it was similar to that. Pontiac Fiero, yeah. It was a nice looking car. It just wasn't mechanically a good design. They didn't make an engine for it. They just used an engine from something else. I can't remember what the car was that they took it from. Poor truck needs a lot of TLC. I can't see getting rid of it. Too many memories. Yeah, I get it. I understand that. April, welcome.
Hi, April.
April from St. George, Utah, everybody. Where it's always sunny and palm trees are always happy. A Maverick, a 70 Maverick, a 74 Super Beetle. Man. Paid $4,000 brand new. Do you remember the Yugo?
I do. And poor April learned to drive in a Yugo. No, that's the worst thing you'd probably learn to drive in.
Yeah, that was not a safe vehicle at all whatsoever.
No, it's not. And who made the Yugo? Was that Chevy or was that Ford?
Neither. It was Yugo. It was a company in Yugoslavia, which is why it had questionable safety record.
That must have been the time that the Ford came out with the Ford Festiva, because it's about the same size as the Yugo.
I forgot what dealer was selling them, but I sat in one and it felt like I was sitting in a child's toy car.
Could you imagine a fat person in a Yugo?
No. And I remember, in the 80s, GM cars had a cheap plastic feel to them also.
They did.
The door handles you would pull, they were little chrome. They were plastic.
All
And
it was a chrome sticker.
Yeah, they're just cheap. And and I felt safer in that than I did in a Yugo. I think it was like 0 to 60 in like 24 seconds or something like that.
No, don't lie. It was 0 to 60 in 24 minutes.
Yeah, 24 minutes probably. But that was fun I learned to drive in a 67 Camaro. My sister's.
Nice.
All white with a white rag top.
At least your sister had a little bit of class, and she had a very classy vehicle.
And then I learned to drive a stick shift standard transmission in the 80s in the wrong vehicle. I learned in the wrong vehicle. I mean, I learned fast, but it was the wrong vehicle.
What vehicle?
That was a Mustang GT.
Yeah.
5.0.
That's not one to learn how to drive a stick in.
And I was by myself. A friend of mine was a DJ, and I went with him to do this little party at a Catholic church event. Oh man, I forgot that other crate of records. Go to my house and get it for me. I was like, I don't got a car. Take my car. Like, okay, and I go outside. There's a GT sitting right there. I'm like, and I look inside. It's a standard. I'm like, oh shoot. So he gave me a crash course on how to drive it literally in 5 minutes in the parking lot. And had me go. It would have been easier if I would have DJ'd for him and he went to drive back to get his cars.
Yeah, I mean, just think about the damage you did to the damn clutch.
Yeah, I could have, but I didn't.
Gears are grinding.
I didn't. He always told me, just don't let it get to this sound, and if you do, just turn it off. I was like, all right. So a normal 20-minute drive one way took me hour and 10 minutes.
Wow.
From Humboldt Park in Chicago to Addison Street on the north side. Proud alumni at General Motors Institute, Flint, Michigan. That's cool. Did you see Roger and Me?
Roger and Me. Nope.
Documentary. Roger. What's his name? A documentary, controversial. I want to say Roger Moore, but I don't know if that's his name or not. No, not Roger Moore. Michael Moore. Michael Moore. He makes documentaries. Remember Capitalism, a Love Story, Bowling for Columbine.
Not ringing a bell, but then
Really?
I'm not one to watch documentaries.
Yeah, check out Roger and Me. It was an interesting documentary about when General Motors shut down in Detroit and how by doing that, they destroyed a city. They destroyed a town. So many left unemployed.
Yeah, that's what happens when your government's all about big business.
Yeah. So the whole movie, he's trying to get an interview with Roger Smith, who was the head honcho at GM. And he just wouldn't talk to him. And Michael Moore is chasing him all around town, trying to get in, trying to talk to him. A lot of people were left devastated when that happened. April drives a school bus now.
Is that fun, April? Because I thought about it for a minute. And then I'm like, what the fuck? Why you even consider it? You know you hate kids. You ain't going to be able to deal with them screaming.
Bam, you hate kids. That's the last job that you'd want to have.
Yeah, because I thought, like I said, I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, yeah, no, I can't deal with those screaming fucking kids.
Yeah, that would not be for you. Matt, I don't know. I don't know if I would do that to be responsible for all those kids. And if they got out of control, I don't know that I'd get up and say, shut them. Stand up back there and yell at them and stuff. I get fired.
I'm sure I'd be fired for cussing.
I'd get done before I stop at my first railroad tracks.
Because they have video and sound on them buses now.
Yeah, they'd be Mr. Manny. Yeah, you're fired. Just leave the bus there. We'll come pick it up.
How am I supposed to get back to my car?
I don't fit in a Corvette or Mustang because of my height. Height? What are you, like 8 feet tall?
You know, I bought a Mazda Miata once. And my friend Jay, we took that from Chicago to Florida. And he is 6'4".
Mazda Miata. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it.
He didn't think he was going to be able to fit in that car, and he did. And he's like, "This actually has more leg room than I thought." And he says, "And pretty decent headroom for being such a little car."
So he didn't have to open the sunroof to stick his head out the window?
No, he didn't.
So he could fit?
And I had to drive the whole way because he didn't know how to drive a stick.
Oh, boy.
So,
Man, this is actually fun. Manny, can you show a pic of the Yugo? What kind of car did Steve Urkel drive? It was funny looking.
he did have that funny, weird car.
Steve Urkel, what the hell did he drive?
Google it and bring up the picture, and then we'll all try to figure out what the hell it is. Oh, he's in trouble. Somebody's yelling at him. See the look on him? See the look on his face there? He's like, "What? What do you mean? I didn't do that. What the fuck are you talking about?" Now he's giggling because I'm talking to, because he can hear me. And he's hiding his face. Oh, now he's back.
I
Are you in
heard you the
trouble
whole
there?
time, just so you know. No trouble. Steve Urkel's car. Oops.
It was a small little car.
I don't know. I don't know if I would call that a car. Do you remember the Isetta?
The who?
Isetta.
No.
Oh my goodness. I didn't know he drove that. I didn't watch that show a lot. Bam's gonna go,
do that?
Bam's gonna go. I know what he's talking about now. He goes, "Oh yeah, I've seen that." This is the one where the steering wheel was attached to the front door of the car, and the front of the car swung open like that.
Volkswagen made something like that.
Bam! There it is.
Yeah. It's a little three-wheeler egg car.
And
But
if I'm not
Volkswagen
mistaken, that one's a convertible.
That one is a convertible. Volkswagen made something very similar in one of their vans. I don't know what kind of car that is. It's got to be European.
It is. Like I said, it's the... Hang on. Let me get the actual name for it. Oops, I lost it. Isetta. BMW made it.
Seriously.
Isetta. Isetta.
So BMW, I had a Mini Cooper, which was made by BMW, and I used to remember what country owned or made that. I want to say Germany.
Hey, look at all those Isettas. And that you got in by opening that front door. Literally the front door right in front of you, and the windshield and everything was all a piece that opened up, and the steering wheel was attached to it. I mean, that could be fun just as go to a car show or something. I wouldn't drive that on the going 55.
Well, on the bright side, if it tipped over, it can't weigh but 300 pounds. So you just get over and you push it back over on its wheels.
And then if you get into a bad wreck, they just bury you in it. You know, you don't need a coffin.
Doubles as a coffin. Yeah.
Oh boy, we're behind here. Hang on, let me catch up on these comments. I learned to drive standard before Mom sold a Chevette and bought the Mercury Sable Wagon 85. Thunderbird black with maroon, 1979, brand new. Thunderbird.
Ooh.
79. That was a big car back then.
It was.
Even the two-door was a long freaking tank. Yeah, I used to like the Thunderbird. Yep, Roger B. Smith. The movie was about Flint. That's right. It was about Flint, Michigan. It was a GM plant in Flint, and they shut it down. Everybody lost their mind. They lost their job. The whole town was employed there.
Well, and then, then they had that water issue.
The bus is okay, but the kids, that's another story. Pete, don't you want to just... I don't know. What do you do when the kids are out of control like that? I know they're
Beat
not
'em.
always out of control, but
Beat them. God gave him an ass for a reason, not to sit on.
does he need to? Is everybody seatbelted in a school bus now? Because I remember when I was a kid, we had no. I mean, they had seatbelts, but nobody used them.
We didn't have seatbelts when I was on a school bus.
Story. I know what you meant. See, it's messing me up already. I loved going to visit my grandfather's restaurant when I was a kid because I would get free sodas and fries from time to time, and he would take me out for a drive in his T-top Thunderbird. Damn, that was a nice car too.
Mm-hmm.
And then later, Dad got rid of his Ford Rebel, and he bought himself a new Isuzu Impulse. It was standard, and I love when he drives this Isuzu fast on a highway. Impulse. I don't know any of these cars. What's up, Ozzy G? April's laughing. Hey, Itza's there. My ex-man had 2 Corvettes.
Itza.
How come he didn't have a real car like a Mustang?
Or Ferrari.
Get it? That's a Mustang Corvette rivalry thing that they always fight back and forth.
Well, I would like to see a Corvette go up against the F1 or GT, the Ford GT.
The Mustang GT?
No, the Ford GT.
The GT? Oh, okay.
I'd like to see a Corvette go up against the GT.
No seatbelts for the kids. I just wear a seatbelt. So, like, that's why in all those videos, I don't know, accidents or cars hitting a bump or something, kids go flying up in the air. Shouldn't they be seatbelted
popcorn, in? Like popcorn back there.
I don't wonder why they don't seatbelt them in. Isn't it safer if they seatbelt them in? Or not? I mean, you would think it is. What's the rationale for, what's the reasoning for not seatbelting kids in on a school bus? Not saying you're a bad driver or anything, but just wondering.
So they can be popcorn.
Itza says he sold them and she kept the money. Well, there you go.
Good for you.
He's a hustler. Hustler, hustler. Hold on. A couple of things I wanted to hit upon real quick. Mexican drug lord El Chapo.
His wife.
His wife is being held.
She's pretty too.
She's being accused of running the business with him or for him, or with him, I should say. U.S. judge Tuesday ordered Emma Coronel Aispuro, the wife of Mexican drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, to be detained on charges she conspired with her husband to run a multi-billion-dollar drug enterprise while he was behind bars. Yeah, and she's already here on U.S. soil, so she's not going anywhere anytime soon. That's one thing they fear.
She's crooked.
That's one thing they fear is coming to U.S. for trials. Okay, another story. I like this story.
Oh.
We discussed this earlier.
We did.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, April. Because if I get into an accident and I have to go back and cut out the seatbelts for some reason, all the kids that get on the bus, it's on fire. I won't be. Oh. I mean, it's a horrible, horrible thought, but I guess that makes sense. He was good to me once upon a time. Gotcha. All right. Here, one last story before we leave. So, you guys ever watch beach volleyball? I guess I should ask the guys. You guys ever watch beach volleyball? So, pro beach volleyball players back out of the tournament in Qatar because they're told not to wear those little skimpy, tiny, teeny-weeny bikinis that they wear to play volleyball. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like that.
Those are hose.
Which is just normal volleyball attire, isn't it?
No.
I mean beach volleyball attire.
No, those are hose.
ladies.
I can't get a man because my face looks like a pug, and I'm dumber than a box of fucking Brocs. So the only way I can get a man is to show my woohoo.
But it's a sport.
They don't need to dress like that. They look like cheap trash sluts.
But it's a sport on the beach.
So you can wear a little bit bigger bottom and a longer top. You don't need to go out there and, with your tata, one flip from flying free balling, so to speak. And those bottoms, I mean, they're a half inch shorter. You'd be seeing the whole hoo-ha. Leaves absolutely nothing to the imagination. Cheap sluts. I mean, have a little bit of modesty about yourself. I mean, there's nothing wrong if you got nice something to show it off, but this is going a little ridiculous with showing it off. I'm just saying.
So if you've ever watched beach volleyball, the ladies, and where they play beach volleyball out in California, that's what you see on the beaches over there.
Yeah, no wonder why they're taking sand out of their every crevice they own in the shower later on, because they don't have any fucking clothes on.
So the story goes, German professional beach volleyball stars Carla Borger and Julia Sud, or Sude, whatever, said Sunday they will not be going to Qatar for a tournament over an issue involving their playing attire. Borger represented Germany in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, but lost along with teammate Britta Buth in the round 16th round. The pair won silver at the Beach Volleyball World Championships 2013. Okay. We are there to do our job, but are being prevented from wearing our work clothes. Borger told German radio station, "This is really the only country and the only tournament where a government tells us how to do our job." And that's criticizing them. Borger added that given the extreme temperatures in the Middle East, it does get hot over there, from what I understand. We are asking whether it's necessary to hold a tournament there at all. Oh, so they're trying to get the whole tournament canceled. Anyway, any of you ladies have a problem with this? I mean, that's how they play beach volleyball. Every time you watch it on TV, that's what they're wearing. So, on that note, going to call it a night, Bamulous.
Yeah, I just find that very tasteless and very tacky. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with, if you got it, flaunt it, but that's going way past flaunting. I mean, that's like putting a pair of leggings on a 9-year-old. You don't do it.
Hey, Bam, woo-ha. What'd you call it? Her woo-ha?
A woohoo. A yahoo.
You said one more inch, and you can see her whole whatever you call it.
Well,
I mean, I'll give you that. There's not much there to that little bottom.
There's really not. And if you happen to have a larger than average woohoo, then it's going to be pouring out the top.
Good night. Good night.
Thanks for ladies and gentlemen. One planet, one people.
Wear something less skimpy. But if that's
you can look very nice and still flaunt it.
But in the U.S., that's how they play that sport.
Well, in the U.S., okay. So, in California, they're going to make pedophilia okay.
And even that thing, what they were wearing there with the yellow tops, they have like another bathing suit top underneath that. But I think it's the bottom that they were more concerned with, and the whole midriff, probably, knowing Qatar.
Well, their women over there are to be covered up and only show for their husbands. And, you know, when you're in another country, you need to abide by their rules and laws. And you need to abide by the United States rules and laws.
So basically, they should be covered head to toe.
See, Lola says she agrees with me. Ah, thank you, Lola.
Okay, so I have to show you the picture here. It doesn't let me blow up this photograph. So you're saying do a volleyball outfit like this one?
Well, if that's what they wear in that country, obviously she's got leggings on, so the bottom's going to breathe. She's covering her hair because that's what they do over there. The hair's only, it's like makeup. You only show it to your husband. Do our women have to do that?
Even though it's 115 degrees over there at the beach, right?
Well, that's why the majority of them are a little
Good night, Lola.
ripe smelling when you get around them.
Tiffany Haddish called it a cuckoo.
Well, she is cuckoo.
You know, classy for some stuff. I agree. I don't think that's not classy. I think that's the sport. In the U.S.,
trashy.
that's the sport.
It's trashy. It could look a little better by being a little bit more.
Thanks, Marissa. Good night.
Night, Marissa.
I don't think that's trashy. Got nothing to do with class. It's got to do with.
Well, of course not, because you see it with your other head.
Shut up. On that note, good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Night, guys.
Good night.